You are watching the morning show right here on ETV, and let's face it, dating apps promised a connection, but for many of us, they've delivered confusion, fatigue, and ghosting galore all over. Does it sound familiar? Well, you are not alone though. So kicking off this segment, we are joined by Lee Joy Mansell Playdell, crowned Best Relationship Coach of 2025, who's here to strip back the filters and have a real conversation about modern love, especially in South Africa. Lee, thank you so much for being here this morning.
So exciting to be here. Thank you for having me.
I cannot wait to start talking about this because we've seen that online dating has been marketed as we're getting our power back. You can make the decision, but what is the correlation with our self-worth when we do online dating?
Sure, I can see, with myself, when I started in 2021, I'm thankfully in a relationship and I found my partner online. So I definitely advocate for online dating. But one's got to be careful. There are definitely some do's and don'ts with regards to online dating. And I've seen with my clients, when I work in the dating space, they come and see me and I help them build profiles and I help them through the dating process. Because it can be crushing, Carla. The rejection, the ghosting, like you've mentioned. My clients sit there like, what did I do? What didn't I do? How can I do it differently? So I definitely have seen and my clients have seen the benefit of having a dating coach that can help them through that process.
So a lot of times when we are on our phone or we're searching something or we're busy working, we often comment on there's too many tabs open. I can't focus on where to do what now. Do you also see that dating, too many matches, too many connections, sometimes doesn't it do something with your cognitive, isn't there too many matches for you to distinguish between which one is actually the great one and which one is the not okay one?
Yeah, so number one tip I give to people dating online is choose a certain amount of time every day, because otherwise one gets dating burnout, right? And I love that you've asked that question, Carla, because I think there's a false perception of quality over quantity. So it's like, I've got 30 matches, but if you feel like fish and you've got 30 different types of burgers, it's not going to quench your hunger or your thirst. So it's very important, I agree, don't go on the apps for too long every day. Be very specific about your bio, very specific about who you are as a person. Well, I'm not very specific as in where you live, but very real about who you are and what you're looking for. And don't allow it to determine the value or your own value.
I love that you said that you were also on a dating app and you also found your partner there. You're not on it obviously anymore, which is great because we get both sides as well. And a lot of times people are on dating apps for that dopamine hit as well. It really feels nice. But do you feel on the other side that dating apps could be gamifying the entire experience of love? Like you said, I've got so many matches and now you just want more matches, but you actually also just need one true love.
Absolutely. I think that there are people that get stuck in the game of, as you said, of dating. And it's more so like, who can I meet? Okay, coffee, dinner, casual sex. And they just roll through people. They're obviously those people online. And I think it's pretty easy to get stuck in that loop online. But I've met people that have married people online. They've had amazing relationships. And I know movies like Tinder Swindler have thrown a lot of shade on online dating. And people are very welcome to go and look at my website. There are loads of free resources around dating and online dating. But I've met the love of my life, and I've made myself a guinea pig because I was late 40s when I went on online dating, and I was just like gobbled up by piranhas. So I was like, if I'm so green around online dating, I'm going to make myself a guinea pig, and that's how I went and I learned and I made mistakes online and I So I've come back with a body of knowledge that I'm very happy to share with people.
Lee, I'm very happy that you mentioned that point now because you mentioned it, that you started online dating in your 40s. Do you have any advice for somebody who might be doing online dating in their 30s, late 30s or early 40s or even 50s, 60s, but now you feel you're dating more or you're wanting to date more out of fear for growing old alone rather than just the love that you are seeing?
Oh, such a great question. Thank you for asking me that. Because the first part of what I offer people is you have to build a life that is attractive, that people fall in love with you because you've fallen in love with your own life.
Yeah.
I often have clients come to me, they don't have any creative outlet in their lives, they're actually quite antisocial, and I'm like, well, that's not going to be very attractive to somebody that's coming into your life. So the first thing I do with clients is build a life that's fulfilling for them. So that they can share their lives with people instead of hoping somebody's going to make them happy.
So the other side of that now is that you must also be interesting and interested in the person, but have hobbies and things. But what if that person doesn't have hobbies? So now it's a kind of a pen pal situation where you're more reliant on the person rather than actually them being interesting.
Yes, I think there's some research that says, you've got to sort yourself out before you get into a relationship. I think differently. I think that yes, it's good to get into therapy and work on your attachment styles and any trauma and grief that you've gone through. But there is only some work that you're going to be able to do in relationship. So when I met Marco, my partner, I am a creative person, but I didn't necessarily embrace that outlet. And in meeting him, he showed me his passion for it, and that it rekindled my passion to then get involved in something creative and discover something new, creative. So it's not necessarily somebody has to like tick all the boxes and be on like have this perfect life. I think there has to be room to be able to inspire each other as well.
Oh, I love your perspectives because there's one side, but then there's also the other side. Now, you've mentioned about your website and the advice and the tips that you can give to people. What tips can you give this morning of somebody who's currently on a dating app? They might have found somebody there that they might really like, or they might just need advice because they just started it.
So I think it's very important to know that there are absolutely predators online. And the way that you can mainly protect yourself from that is don't give your number out too quickly because you will get unsolicited sexual pictures. Don't give your full name out until you've met somebody in person and you get a sense of them. There's an important way to stay safe in dates. There's an article, many articles on my website that people can go and look. There's so much information that I want to give all at once. And I'm like, where do I pick? What do I say? But there's lots of information on my website for people to go and have a look at. But my takeaway message, Carla, is trust your gut. And there is absolutely beautiful, profound love to be found online. Go get that dream love.
I cannot wait, and that sounds so exciting as well. And one thing that I also realized the other day reading and also looking at your friends and your family, those ones who are married, the ones who's not, is that as much as we need to be happy in our work and wherever we are when we're in the streets, we also need to be happy at home because that also exudes out into the world. So I think it's not just the dating app or finding someone, it's actually just finding another part of you that can live out there.
Absolutely. And I think that there was, I forget who it was saying that we get so disappointed when a relationship ends. It's that love we're never going to have. But actually that person ignited a love that lies within us. And when that relationship dies, that love within us doesn't die. We become the instruments through which love expresses. So yes, deal with the heartbreak, move through it, learn through it, but don't allow it to steal your joy and the love and love for yourself for the rest of your life.
Lee, this has been great advice and tips, even though I'm not on the dating scene anymore. This is really valid information, especially the safety, and I hope that we have this chat with you again.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Oh, if your heart feels a little full and your dating app folder a little lighter, take a deep breath, and we can all listen to Lee's advice that she gave this morning. But don't go too far, because next we are heading into the TMS kitchen, like Brighton said a bit earlier, for What's Cooking Wednesday, where love might not be on the menu, but something mouth-watering is. We can think of cheese and jam. Keep that in mind. We'll be right back.